Okay, we're going to first remove the old cast iron chimney cap. This is the old style with the daisy wheel. Some of the earlier versions were a solid top on there, but we've made great improvements with the new cast aluminum top. And it's got, we can go wide open for full flow, or we can dial it in 1 through 5 on our air temps. And it's really simple. Now this one is a new unit. It's got the gasket on it already. This will actually slide over it, but you can see it's not a tight fit. And in our kit, we actually include the gasket, so we can add gasket material to this one since it's a new one. If it's an older unit, you'll want to scrape it off and then put the new gasket on it so that it'll be a snug fit. This will be fitting tight on there. This one does not. Let's put the gasket kit on first. Just about like so. That's going to give me one more full wrap on here. We want 3 full wraps to make sure we get a good, snug, tight fit on the new cap. So let me finish cutting this. Go over that felt that's already on there. It's got a self-adhesive on the back side, so it's going to stick right wherever I put it. And it's on, and it's there, so we're good. Now we're 3 wraps around. That should be enough to firmly fit the new cap. Let's try it out. Get it over the edges, and you want to make sure that it slides in. You might have to wiggle a little bit. There we go. And you saw I had to put a little pressure on that to get it. It's good and snug. I can barely move it as I'm spinning it. So now it's on good and snug. It's not going to fly off. And we've got the option to open it wide open, or we've got the markings to go 1 through 5 to dial. The firebox has to come out. Again, finger in the hole and lift from the front air. Now we're going to take off the Phillips screws, and there's little hex nuts on the back side. Okay, so we've got the bolts loose, the nuts are off the back. This is siliconed in place, and sometimes the screws will slide right out, sometimes they won't. But what we want to do is pull on this, and it should come right off of the unit. As you can see, we left the silicone on the top and bottom. That's our seal. And then this is the new one with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to give you a lot more precision on your air control coming in, and something to reference after you've cooked on it a few times. You're very, very successful holding your temperature at 1 or 1.5 or halfway between 0 and 1. That way you've got a way to recreate what you cooked before and give you a good, precise dialing in on your temperatures. Bob, you want to help me out a second? We're going to put the screws in the bottom. Here's one for that side. Now this one's got the silicone because this is a new unit. We're going to leave the silicone on the top and bottom to seal it back up. And of course, this won't be any problem. Now on a newer unit, you're going to want, it's not an issue. You might want to scrape off that silicone if you've got an older unit. Get a putty knife, just scrape off that silicone, and then add some fresh silicone around the top and bottom, and you'll have it all sealed and ready to go. We're going to finish putting the 2 screws in here, and you can see it's back in place. We'll tighten it back up, and that'll complete the air intake shutter.